You're not depressed. You're just exhausted by people. And no, it's not because you're weak. Your life is fine. Your job works. Nothing major is broken. But the moment you think about people, something in you just shuts down. That's not burnout. And it's not depression either. It's something most people completely misread. And if you get this wrong, you'll spend years trying to fix the wrong problem. Because this isn't about your mind. It's about your environment. There are 7 specific signs this is happening to you. Most people only notice the first 3. The last one explains your entire future. Sign number 7 is the one most people never even realize is happening to them. And it's not about the past or the present. It's about your future. Don't skip it. Let's get into it. There's a version of exhaustion where everything feels heavy. Getting up, going out, being anyone at all. That's burnout. That's when life itself loses color. But this is different. You cancel plans and feel relieved, not guilty. A quiet evening alone feels like the best thing that could have happened to you. You cook. You watch something you actually like. And somewhere in the middle of it, you think, this is enough. This is actually really good. That's the difference. When you're tired of people, solitude feels like a recharge. You still enjoy things. You still laugh. You still feel alive. You just prefer to do it without an audience. That's not something to fix. That's your mind telling you exactly what it needs. And that need goes deeper than just wanting quiet. Small talk drains you in a way it never used to. You used to manage it. The "how are you?" The office conversations. The surface level exchanges that never really go anywhere. But now, it costs you something. You're nodding. You're smiling. You're saying the right things. And inside, you're running on empty. Because it's not even real conversation. It's just noise, shaped like connection. And what's interesting is, you can still talk for hours. When it actually matters, when something is real, you're fully there. So it's not conversation you're tired of. It's the shallow version of it that no longer fits your life. You've become more deliberate about your energy. You don't just say yes anymore. There's a pause now, a quiet check-in. Do I actually want this? Will I leave feeling better or worse? And that small shift changes everything. Some people might call it distance, but it's not. You've just stopped acting like your time is unlimited. And the people who take that personally tell you more than they realize. Do you only feel like yourself when no one else is around? If the answer is yes, you're not just introverted. You've been adapting, adjusting, becoming whoever the room needed you to be. And that's exhausting, because somewhere along the way, you drifted. You stopped being fully yourself, around others, and solitude became the only place you could come back, where you feel lighter, more honest, more real. That's not a flaw. That's a signal. Not every space deserves your full presence. Some environments shrink you, and now you're starting to notice. You can see patterns now that you didn't notice before. The same arguments repeating, the same conversations going in circles, the same people choosing chaos over peace. And something in you just steps back. You don't feel the need to engage anymore. Not because you don't care, but because you finally understand what it cost you Your peace is no longer negotiable. Not loudly, not aggressively, just quietly. You know what you're willing to spend your energy on and what you're not. And sometimes it's not about strangers. It's about people who are still in your life. You look at someone, a friend, a family member, maybe even a partner, and there's this quiet sadness. Nothing dramatic happened, but something changed, and you can feel it. The distance, the disconnect. You're not sure you can close that gap anymore, and that in-between space is exhausting, because part of you is still holding on, and part of you is already letting go. That grief is real. Accepting what something is, instead of what you hoped it would be, is one of the hardest things you'll ever do. But it's also the most honest. And here's the part most people misunderstand. You're not losing interest in life. You still want things. There's still a version of your life that you can see. Quieter, more intentional, more yours. You still feel pulled towards something. You still care. What you've stopped doing is performing, pretending, forcing yourself to show up as someone else, just to fit into spaces that never really fit you. You've stopped giving energy to people who never gave it back. That's not giving up on people. That's letting go of the wrong ones and making space for the right ones, the ones who don't require effort just to exist around, the ones who don't drain you, the ones who don't make you feel smaller. Those people exist, and protecting your energy is how you stay open enough to find them. So which one felt familiar? The silence you've been craving? The exhaustion from conversations that go nowhere? Or that quiet grief for relationships that are still there but don't feel the same anymore? Whatever it is, being tired of people is not something to be ashamed of. It's a signal, and signals are meant to be listened to. If you've been feeling this, drop A in the comments. And now that you understand what's actually happening, the next step is learning how to set boundaries without burning everything down. Because there is a way to protect your energy without losing the people who actually matter. Watch that next. I'll see you there.